And greetings, my dear Fantasistas. Hope you all doing well and you're excited for Kato playing fantasy. Because I am. And finally, we're going to see Cloud9 with the new player. Um, Hopefully, it's going to be great, but it's just hopefully. Then Furia finally back. BIG and Complexity, two losers of Blast event. Fnatic that kind of joining as a dark horse over here. Sprout after changes, with Excello not really performing to the level we expected. OG playing really disappointing. Just like destroying Team Liquid and then just having no chance against FaZe with a stand-in. It's just guys, what are you doing? It's like you either practicing for Katowice or you just not in shape. And Spirit, uh, probably one of my favorites for the whole event. And Greyhound, obviously. Ozzy is joining. It's always great. MIBR, I don't know. MIBR for me is, I don't know what to expect from them, to be honest. It's on a good day, they can bring a good fight, but most likely nothing gonna happen there. Ends finally had some quality time, hopefully, and now we're gonna see what they actually can do. And IHC, well, I'm glad to see IHC, but with the new player, I guess it's kind of weird as well. Like Cloud9 are huge favorites there anyway. So let's see how the uh, matchups look like. Furia, no doubt, just gonna probably destroy Permita. Tier 3 team that qualified for the qualifier for the play-in. Okay, probably Art is gonna run around and do some art stuff. Big against complexity. Uh, that's a strange one because they both kind of suck right now, and I wouldn't be really picking any of these players. Complexity, I don't know. It feels like they need not just one change. It it feels like they need to keep Grim and Helzok and get rid of everyone else. It's just how I feel. Probably for them, it's like the best option is to bring some young blood. Um, Maybe play like I don't know, Fear. I know, like, but I really like Fear. Like he's a great player, but like for some reason he still didn't really have a chance to shine. Despite that, he played really well every single time when he was playing like qualifiers and so on and so on and so on. And players like Smoya are really uh, rating him high as well. And like Fang, Floppy, and JT, I don't know. It's like at the moment it feels like they just paycheck stealers. It is what it is. Fnatic against EG. Mm, EG look interesting with Nealon. Uh, Wiz, I can't say that I'm really surprised by his plays or anything, but at least he's doing his job. Breeze is just what happened to him. Automatic, also kind of weird situation. Hext, I'm actually kind of curious how far he can progress. Is I really like his development. He's exciting player. He kind of reminds me of Twist a little bit. But in this one, I still have to go with the Fnatic most likely. Then Sprout and OG. Despite that Xello has a 121 rating, is influenced by tier 2, tier 3 CS, and like most recent games that he played, he was not even close to that. Because I think I saw like 1.30 something rating, and now it's 121. It's like he played like two games and dropped like 0.1 out of his previous rating. That kind of sucks. Store, star player. but can he actually kind of destroy Dexter and Flames? I don't know. For me, like this looks like a close game, but I'd say OG have an edge on this. Like if we compare Dexter and Xello, obviously Dexter is way better. Neofrag and Star, uh, kind of weird one. Star probably is stronger at the moment. Flames Longs, Flames no doubt. Xiphon and Fiku. On this one, I have to prefer Xiphon. And if we compare like Nexa, IGL, and Refresh IGL, well, Nexa has more experience, Nexa has more firepower, and in general, like OG are like 60 to 40 favorites. So I'll be going with OG. Spirit against Greyhound. Pff, no doubt, like Patsy and everyone's just gonna shit on Greyhound. It's gonna be very very painful to watch, I guess. MIBR and NIP personalities most likely just gonna carry the NIP game. Like Config's probably gonna play good. Rez, Hetrick, like a lot of aggressive players, and Hetrick is the passive one, but still, uh, Alexi can work with this. I'm not gonna be surprised that they kind of qualify, which is quite obvious that they should, because later on they will be playing. Who's it? Greyhound and MIBR. So it's gonna be like a rematch, I guess. So shouldn't be bad. So NIP probably still gonna get there. Now Ents against Pain. Mm, Bigozera, Hardozo, Schools. Uh, Schools is one of those players that we kind of had to keep an eye on, but it's been like over a year, and we still really didn't see any decent like results from him. Like I remember when he like just joined Pain, everyone was saying like, yeah, you have to keep an eye on this guy. Okay, it wasn't over a year, it's just like under a year, like half a year, but like what I meant was like almost a whole season, and and still like we don't see the results. So this is kind of weird for me, right? Uh, right now, probably is it a make or break for them? Because probably there'll be some more shuffles in like Brazilian scene, but I'll be honest, like they are kind of the dark horse, right? And they can get there. They can qualify. It's gonna be really really tough. If I was like the really betting guy, I think I would be betting on Payne in this one, because there's a really good chance that Payne can surprise and probably beat Ants. It all depends on the map pool and on the way how Ants are kind of forming right now on the practices and so on and so on, if they're actually ready. Cloud9, um, again, this is one of those games where individual firepower should simply take care of the result. Maybe there will be like some close fights, but anyway, Shiro, Hobbit, Axel, even Nafani, they're just probably gonna destroy everyone. There is a slight chance for IHC to kind of uh, surprise, but unfortunately for them, they in the situation where I don't see them qualifying. Like if they were in any other group of four, especially if they were, let's say, playing here instead of BIG or Complexity, I would have said that okay, they have really good chance to actually surprise and qualify. But right now, unless Pain don't show up, and then anything can happen. Okay, now the second leg, uh, upper quarterfinals. Furia against BIG. Furia should be taking this all day long. Uh, maybe not in 2-0 fashion, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's going to be 2-0 fashion. Fnatic against OG. Um, I still don't know what to think about Mezi IGLing. And despite that, I'm disappointed with the OG at Blast. I understand that this is a probably preparation period for Katowice, and maybe they're aiming for like a deep run, and they don't really want to show everything. So this is why in a game with like FaZe, they just don't really care about the result, and they just like gain the practice, right? So over here, I would say OG has to go through and just beat Fnatic. Spirit against NIP. Spirit should be destroying NIP. Even with the config, Spirit are really good at puggy games, and this is the game which will look really puggy unless unless he decides to try and go like a tactical approach, which gonna screw him up even more. This is the fight that they don't really need to kind of take and just like, okay, let Spirit go through, unless you have like a really epic day and you just like, you hit everything. But in general, this should be free for Spirit. As I said already, Cloud9, and in case if there's a upset and it's a pain, um, I'd say it's gonna be 70-30 still for Cloud9 because Brazilian teams aren't really good against slow default teams and so on and so on. They're really good at chaotic play, right? Because that's their style. And Cloud9, they're not gonna give them a chance, to be honest. This will be pain to watch. In case if it ends, then I would say we do have a chance to see a close game. We do have a chance to see like a overtime on like maybe one map, maybe even two maps with the OT. But in general, Cloud9 should be taking this. And if we're gonna go down to the lower bracket, then it's kind of irrelevant, right? Out of those teams that probably gonna lose like the upper quarterfinal game, uh, which ones should be qualifying? Fnatic should be qualifying. Sprout, mm, I'd love to see them, but I don't think so. I wouldn't mind to see like Pain or Ends, either of them, because I think they're going to be good addition. Pain probably going to be a better addition. They will be more fun to watch. And in general, right now is the time when we just have a look and try to build our team around our prediction. So for me, like the big winner probably is Patsy pick. Uh, Wonderful is also great, but I want to pick Dexter because even though they didn't really like qualify for the blast right now, it wasn't really that important. And in general, he's been showing some good form, right? He's been playing really well with AK. He's opening as well, good. Flames, I'm kind of disappointed with his form. Uh, in terms of IGL, if we have to pick Nexa or Chopper, Chopper probably gonna have a better rating overall, uh, especially because of the Spirit game against Greyhound. But we can try and go with this, which leaves us with 380k. I really want to take a Cloud9 player, but on the other side, Neofrag was actually playing well, and for some reason, I think this might be the time where he kind of moves from that dark age to kind of, you know what, guys, look at me, I'm actually a good player. And if we look at the matches, that's a quite old one. Um, Individual. Oh, what are the most recent games? Matches. Um, These haven't even updated yet. Blast World Finals. That's not the one. Overview. Ah, mm, Where is OG image page? Let's go this way. Let's go OG and let's see the matches. So phase, liquid, phase, liquid. It's kind of interesting. Against phase, this was the B final, and Neofrag actually went 106 rating, so which isn't really bad, right? In a game against OG, this was the second game. Neofrag 102 rating, so he was doing his job. All he had to do is just to be a bit more consistent. But these are the top teams, like so you have to understand that against teams that are weaker, he's gonna do better. 0.94 again against FaZe, and if we sum those two games up, it's still like 1.0 rating. And against these guys, he actually went 136. So the best case scenario, we're gonna see 136 rating in those games. Most likely we won't, but I wouldn't be surprised if we actually do, because this is the time when he can actually shine. And Sprout, mm, it's a weird spot for them right now. They have a chance to like have a close game if they go all in, but I don't know. Uh, I don't really feel yet that they have a really good chance to actually qualify. So, and we have 193 left, which kind of gives us opportunity to pick another player that potentially can qualify. Uh, Cardozo. Mm, should I go for gamble and take pain instead of ends, or should I just take solid pick and just take booster because probably it's the best option, and then I have 7k left, which we can probably use wiser than we actually do. Uh, is Siren pick better than Chopper? 2k difference. Let's try it this way. We still have 5k left. This is interesting. Res 194. I don't know. Like this looks weird. Furia players are great, but who can I pick? Drop Art and Furia is gonna play against Permita, which obviously gonna give them some decent points. Yuri is a great option over here, but in this case, let's say I'll try to do it this way, and then I'll go for Nexa, and I have 170k left, which kind of leaves me with no options. Unless I replace Patsy with the maybe Magics, and then I'll have 190, yeah, 180. Which what am I supposed to do with the 180 here? I know I don't really see the any decent players over here to kind of get from that point. But to be honest, Nexa for me looks like this might be the time where he actually can have a really good event again and have a good rating. In terms of Exile or Hobbit, is it worth like taking one of them? Maybe. 187 Buster. Mm, is it good option? Can Hobbit kind of destroy everyone? Mm, especially in the first game against IHC, just on his experience, and so on and so on and so on. Let's try it this way. Uh, Not the worst option, but I really want to go double spirit, to be honest. Which probably goes this way. 183 left. Nafani. Is this the right thing? Can we? But again, I don't like double IGL style. So for me, double IGL pick is always meh. Yes, it can work, but most of the time you have to sacrifice something. Mm, so for this reason, I'm gonna go with the, as I mentioned already, Siren, and probably we have to give a boost the benefit of doubt and give him a chance, unless I want to go 202k and maybe pick drop, which is not really the best option. Prims, I don't know. Maiden or Valde, they're gonna clash with my players over there, and Clash Furia is probably the best option right now to kind of pick. But out of these players, I don't really see anyone that I'd like to pick unless I replace Patsy with Yuri. And what can I do then? Uh, Still, this is a headache. Neofrag and Dexter, let's say. Then Chopper and 190 left. Not really the best thing. 382 Magics. Again, 177, which leaves us with Neil and like X. EG. No. Pain. Might be the good option. Cabal. No. Okay. This does not really work out. Unless we try Nexa again. And we have 180. Which doesn't really help me at all. Uh, agreed. Agreed. Safe. 182. Big. Oh. I don't know. Double opus. Oh, but is it actually worth it to take him and go with the, let's see, 185 Cardozo? Oh, yeah. The Cardozo pick is really interesting for me. It can pay off, it can be huge, but in general, I don't think it's gonna work out. So, as I already said, the best case scenario for me is we're going this way, and we have a silver team, which potentially has a kind of two firepower-ish guys, two players that can pop off, and Booster that's a big unknown how he's gonna perform, what he's gonna do, and how good the result can be. Let's just double check one more time if there's any better option. Uh, Not really. So Buster. And yeah, feels like this is the lineup that I have to go with, and I really hope that Patsy does really well. Unless I wanna try and fit magics, but I can't really. It's it's really weird. So yeah, unfortunately, it is what it is. And Neofrag. Actually, how did I miss Nikodos? Valde as well. Rez. Uh, how the hell did I miss these options? Okay, and still drop is available. Uh-huh. Uh Iron. A big question. Drop or Siren? This is the question. I think it still has to be Siren, probably. Because I think so. um, yeah, I'm still gonna go with Siren. So this is basically the team that I was playing around with earlier on, and yeah, these two are kind of no doubt. These are the roles that they're gonna have. Patsy gonna carry probably. Siren, we're gonna give him IGL role because he can he can actually be in different positions. Uh, but even like entering, he can do almost everything, right? But like most of the time, he's playing support role. But in this kind of situation, IGL is probably best time because I think that they're gonna easily win, and there should be no problem with that. Buster as a probably support because I don't think they're gonna let him to kind of give too many things. And Neofrag as entry should be good versus Sprout. We're gonna use him as a bait. Buster against IHC. We're just gonna give him what? Oh, actually, against IHC, probably he's gonna throw some flashbangs or whatever. So Exile and Nafani can kind of go in and do what they need to do. So this is the team that I'm going for. As always, let me know what you think, and good luck and have fun.